Tonight on the 31 Nights of Halloween Horror, there's an ancient evil locked away within this church, and it wants out. Tonight's movie, Prince of Darkness.
Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the 31 Nights of Halloween Horror! Worst apocalypse ever! Yes, episode number 16! That's right, we are officially over the halfway point of this marathon of murder, madness, and mayhem. And tonight, coming off of last night's wonderful, very stylistic, Too Beautiful to Die, I thought it was time to review a favorite of mine. One of my favorite horror directors has a little thing called the Apocalypse Trilogy, and I thought, you know what, it's time to review one of those movies, which is The Prince. Well, not The Prince, but Prince of Darkness. Here I have the Scream Factory steel book. Oh no, the disc is in my player right now. This is not a dream. No, I'm transmitting this to you from the future, my friends. Anyways, Prince of Darkness. So what is Prince of Darkness about? Well, when a priest from a secretive order of Catholic priests dies, it is discovered through reading his diary that he is part of the Brotherhood of Sleep, and that they have been secretly hiding and locking away, in essence, a vessel, a container of something that is beyond our comprehension, something that is beyond perhaps our world. Anyways, it's also something that is evil. And so the priest investigating this, played wonderfully by Donald Pleasance, mind you, decides to talk to one of his friends at a university who studies physics and all kinds of other, theoretical science and material of reality and everything, and get a whole bunch of people from the university to basically not only observe this situation, but prove its existence and its malevolence, so that they can basically warn the world of their impending destruction of sorts, and maybe find a way to, I don't know, not be part of the apocalypse. But unfortunately, it has its own plans, and its plans are to take over people's minds with its liquidy goodness and spread itself, and so that it can find a suitable human vessel into which it can be reborn, and to bring about the new age of darkness upon us. So let's get into those scores, shall we? Violence and gore, I am giving this a 5 out of 5. This movie is gross, it is nasty, it is disgusting, it features decapitations, dismemberments, all kinds of nasty head bugs and things and stabbings, and oh yeah, it's full of a ghoulishly good time, my friends. It's full of a ghoulishly good time. So yes, great, 5 out of 5. Shock value, I am going to give this a 3 out of 5. There are some pretty good jumps in this movie and some shocking scenes to boot. So it is a wonderfully over average score that I'm going to give this one. Yes, 3 out of 5. Plot, I am going to give this a 3.5 out of 5, just because I always love these, science and superstition, melding, mixing, trying to explain things. It's just one of those things that I really do like. There's a lot of philosophical stuff going on in this movie. Plus, You know, it's the plot itself is pretty simple, but it has so many different levels and layers about what's going on and how things are going and how people are being affected by it and going from several views together. It's really good. Really good. Little bit kind of slow and at the beginning, but really ramps up and ends quite well. So and the sort of forced love story too. It's really forced. So that's why you're not getting super high perfect scores. But 3.5 out of 5, pretty dang good anyway. So acting, also giving it a 3.5 out of 5. Great performances for the most part all around. There are a few ancillary characters that are a bit grating, and I don't know, like the zombie thing, I guess. I don't know. I didn't quite like that portion, but for the most part, very, very, very good. 3.5 out of 5. Nudity, 0 out of 5. I actually watched this with a friend of mine, and he was very upset by the lack of women's clothing getting ripped off. Yeah, I mean, you know, it is what it is. They could have gone there, but they did it. Yeah, 0 out of 5. Moving on to enjoyment factor, a solid 4 out of 5. Each one of the trilogy is a great movie, and it's hard to say what my favorite is. I mean, The Thing, because of its special effects, it's just really awesome. But man, there's a warm place in my heart for In the Mouth of Madness. I don't know, but this one, I don't know if people think that this one's probably one of the lesser ones because it's not as overtly in your face, but it is pretty dang good and creepy and gets under your skin, and very, very enjoyable even without the clothes getting torn off of some of the women. So anyways, 4 out of 5. Overall impression is a 3.5 out of 5. Man, that beginning though, they really need to do something with that. I just and the whole forced love thing from the guy with the creepy mustache. I don't know. I mean, it's okay. It's all right. You know, I understand it sort of, but it just feels so out of place and so forced and just like they could have. I don't know. They could have done something neater and creepier with the beginning of this movie than they did. So it does take a little while to get the ball rolling. But anyways, once it does start rolling, it's pretty damn good. So 3.5 out of 5. And that averages out to a rather impressive 3.2 out of 5. Sure, the average would be more impressive with certain clothing tearing choices. But hey, you know how it is, right? You can't always have it all, but sometimes you can. But you can't always have it all. So there you have it. I strongly recommend this movie, by the way. If you haven't watched it, I really recommend you watch it. It is very good. Watch the entire trilogy. They're not all related. The reason why they call it the Apocalypse Trilogy is because each one of them is an apocalypse in and of itself. This is a sort of dark entity, evil, taking over apocalypse. Versus the Thing being like an alien that basically, assimilates everybody else, kind of apocalypse. And the other one is the dark, the old ones coming back, which I guess is pretty similar to this in a way, but the old Lovecraftian gods coming back and turning everyone into monsters, sort of apocalypse. Anyways, there you have it. Prince of Darkness. Tell me what you think in the comment section below. Rate, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will see you next time on the 31 Nights of Halloween Horror. And remember to stay scary, internet. And when you're looking for missing members of your crew, and you go to the place where they're keeping the evil thing, don't just give it like a quick once over, man. Like, look! Like, right next to it. where the body is clearly laying right next to it, not even being hidden, sort of in plain view, where all you had to really do was kind of walk up closer to things and just kind of look a little bit over, and you probably would have noticed that. In fact, you probably would also notice that the stuff is leaking up onto the ceiling, and that the ceiling is now kind of covered with this liquid. I mean, there's all kinds of things that you could have seen if you bothered to look. I mean, you had the little readout that said some sort of force emanated from that thing at the time when people started going missing. Yeah, I don't know. You might have thought about going down there and investigating. I don't know if you're recording this stuff. You know, you got all these machines and something, maybe a video camera so that you can review what was been going on, or maybe even have a live feed of what's going down there so that you can see, oh my God, the girl got like juice put into her and she turned an evil and killed that one guy, and now we know that, oh, shit is getting real. No, of course we can't do that. We're scientists. We don't think of shit like that, right? Okay, it's just a minor gripe.